letting everyone know socialism sucks. The Charlie Kirk Show.
All right, we're going to have Daisy read our ad this time.
Talk about WhyRefi. Okay, so I feel like I can recite this from memory just because I've heard Charlie say it a million times. But private student loan debt in the U.S. totals about $300 billion. About $45 billion that is labeled as distressed. WhyRefi refinances distressed or defaulted private student loans that others won't touch. They provide you with a custom loan payment based on your ability to pay. It is not a debt settlement company, and they work with each borrower individually, tailoring each loan to each borrower's specific situation. You will not be calling a faceless call center. They can reduce your monthly payment and guarantee interest rates under 6%, ensuring affordability and financial relief. WhyRefi does not care what your credit score is when the payment on your distressed or defaulted private student loan debt is so big that you can't ever get ahead on your finances. They are surely your best option. You can finally take control of your student loan situation with a plan that works for your monthly budget. They are amazing. They are not available in all states, but just call 888-WhyRefi-34 or log on to WhyRefi.com. That is YREFY.com. And they've been amazing partners of us for so long, and they are sponsoring tonight's huge event in Mississippi at Ole Miss with JD and Erica that we are all really looking forward to. They're going to do a great job.
That's a great job. You did a great job there, Daisy.
Thank
All right,
you
we have 50 seconds left before radio rejoin. Tell them about the text messages you received.
I am getting text messages from my friends that are watching right now, and they're all saying how much they support blowing up all the drug dealers. And they want us to go further and start blowing up the cartels in Mexico, which I would also support, but as Blake was saying, we'd need to have
You just got to be careful. It's not good if you blow up innocent people. It is very good if you blow up the guilty, though.
We would have to do a whole other no dumb question segments on that then if we're considering.
Does Gen Z know what Mexico is? Have they heard of it?
Yeah, I know more about Mexico, that situation, than I do about Venezuela, but I still have questions.
Really? Name 50 Mexican cities.
Cabo, Cancun.
Sorry,
Riviera
time's up,
Maya.
Daisy. We have to go to the radio rejoin. You failed the test.
City,
well, we're going to talk about the East Wing after the rejoin. That's Layla. Do you guys know what Derek and the Dominoes is?
No.
Oh, they've never heard of Derek.
I do
you know what
I
Derek
know what
and the
that
Dominoes
song is, but I don't know what Derek and the Dominoes is.
It's the band that made the
Layla
song.
the name
Do you know
of the
who
song?
Eric Clapton is?
I've heard the name.
Yes.
But I don't know how. Why do I know that?
Oh dear, we've got a long way to go with this. All right, but I'm not the one who's asking questions. You're the one who's asking
Something
questions.
else I don't know is why everyone on my Instagram and TikTok is freaking out about the East Wing construction.
Okay.
Because I run in a very conservative bubble. I've seen all of Caroline Leavitt's, everything we've talked about, that Trump is building this beautiful ballroom that can't wait to see. But why? I mean, there have been arguments that this is unconstitutional. There have been arguments that he's not allowed to do this, that this is desecrating American property. Why are people so upset, and what is happening?
This might be that you're a younger person, Daisy, but those of us who are older, we know that the East Wing is the heart of America. It is the heart of our republic.
That's what it seems like.
There is no building that is more important than the East Wing of the White House. No, I'm just kidding. So,
I could tell you everything about the West Wing.
The boring answer. So the White House is the house the president lives in. I believe the technical term is the executive mansion. White House is only a nickname. And as America got bigger and the president's staff got larger, the White House was not really big enough to house everything that you needed to do with the White House. So they added wings to it, hence why they're called East and West Wing. Now, contrary to what you think, I think a lot of people in their heads, they think the East Wing of the White House means like the eastern half of the White House. And there were photos going viral when they were knocking it down. And I think people thought they literally clawed off the side of the White House. Yeah. They have not done that. Though I will note they've done it in the past. We once did a total renovation of the White House, gutted the entire interior, replaced the whole thing.
When was that?
In the 40s.
Okay.
Truman didn't live in the White House for about 2 years because of how extensive it was. But they added these new wings. So the West Wing, you've all heard of.
Yeah.
That's where, the Rose Garden is outside the West Wing.
It's beautiful.
And
never even heard of the East Wing.
It's actually a quite cramped building if you were ever inside it. It's like a lot of people in there. The hallways are very narrow.
Yeah.
But that's where the Oval Office is. That's where some of the other, the Roosevelt Room is. There's some famous buildings there. The East Wing is a sort of, events venue building that they have, but it's not very large. I want to say about 200 people can be in it, which this is the United States of America. We have slightly larger events that need more people. It's not, you can't exactly hold a Turning Point event in the East Wing. So Trump wanted to expand it. It's been known we need to expand it for a long time, and he announced plans to expand it many months ago. And he said that it would include, expanding it, and it would include replacing the current East Wing building. No one has actually strongly cared about the East Wing. Nobody could tell you what a famous room in the East Wing is. Probably if you showed people a photo of it, they would not be able to ID it just by design.
No, I don't think I could.
I don't think I could.
I've been to the White House. I don't think I could tell you, oh, yeah, that's definitely this room at the East Wing.
Yeah, precisely. And so the real answer is people are freaking out because Trump went and just did a thing. And you used to be able to do this in the past. People could just go do things. The president could try to build something or try to enact a policy. But what they want total paralysis in America. There have been complaints where they've said, how was he able to do this without the approval of historians? So, you have to go find historians.
I'm sure we could find some historians that would agree.
No, you need to ask all the historians for their permission before you knock over any building. And that's what they're angry about, is Trump actually just said, we need a bigger building at the White House. I am the president. I control the White House. And so I'm going to knock this over and build a bigger ballroom. And it's probably going to be very Trumpian in appearance. He likes his gold leaf. But it's going to be able to house 600 people. And the problem he's solving is, up to this point, if we wanted to do a state dinner at the White House with a lot of people at it, you had to put up tents on the White House lawn. You had to put up porta-potties. Do you want the Prime Minister of Japan to go into a porta-potty? Do you want Vladimir Putin in a porta-potty is kind of funny to envision, but it's not befitting of a nation of our caliber. And so that's why Trump did it. And people are freaking out because they freak out about everything.
So there are no actual legal issues or ramifications for this?
Well, they'll probably find some district court judge who's going to say that it was illegal, but they find district court judges who say everything's illegal.
Right. Same question as before, Danny. Are other people freaking out about this as much as I'm seeing, or is it just
are all
that
of your
I'm on the wrong
friends
side
sending
of
you
TikTok
text messages like the East Wing, I'm torn up?
Yeah,
They're just as upset about the drugs as they are about the East Wing.
I don't think they really care at all. But I would like to know what, Blake, if you were president, what would you do with the East Wing?
Oh, man.
Let's get in the mind of Blake real quick.
Oh, dear. That's a lot to put on me with 40 seconds to go. That is my vision a reality. I don't know. Oh, that's really hard.
I don't even know if we're making it big.
I would probably
enough
I would build a bigger ballroom. I would name it after Charlie. I would probably not have gold leaf. I'm very German. I don't like the fancy stuff. I would have it be very humble looking and just have a lot of portraits of American presidents and like great Americans around. That would be my aesthetic thing in the Charles Kirk National Ballroom, which we should build.
I think that's a great name, personally. I have no issues with that.
That's great. We have an interview with Dr. Larry Arnn after the break.